authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world.
And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and hell followed with them. Hey everyone, Matt here. I write and record for these videos far in advance, so as I record right now, I can only hope that Pokémon Genshin of the Wild is really, really good. Because boy do we have a sacred turkey on our hands today. It's Arceus and the Jewel of Life. You know the spiel. Released in 2009, first Pokemon movie to have a US release the same year as its Japanese one, 12th Pokemon movie, third movie in the Diamond and Pearl arc, Sinnoh and Yuyama. So grab your wine and wafers. This is Arceus and the Jewel of Life. So the movie throws us right in with a oneer of some fan-favorite Pokemon, an introduction to Dawn, Brock, and Ash, a surface-level recap of the previous Diamond and Pearl movies, and a vague setup for this movie.
It is time to return the Jewel of Life.
Wait, that's the voice you want to go with for Arceus? You know, Arceus? The Pokemon equivalent of God?
Human beings must be brought to justice!
Of course they do. Alright, before the plot gets going, let's talk about Arceus' voice. According to Bulbapedia and the movie's TV Tropes trivia page, Vincent D'Onofrio was originally supposed to be the voice of Arceus, but after running into an issue with his agent, D'Onofrio had to drop out of the project. So his role ended up going to ADR director Tom Wayland. And when you think of the voice of God, what do you think of? I personally think God should sound larger than life or comforting in a way that radiates unconditional love. Tom Wayland does neither of these voices for Arceus. Instead, he's more nasally and evil sounding, and it's just not a good performance. And while it's no fun losing your first choice actor, why didn't the crew go with someone better suited for the part? Dan Green is in this movie, and I think he would have made a great Arceus. His Entei voice is already a nice mixture of the two kinds of voices I think God should have. Or heck, they could have bucked tradition and had a woman or a non-binary person play Arceus. I don't know. It's a mystery probably only known to the people who worked on the English dub, but when you combine Arceus' voice with some of the other stuff in the movie, it's but one misstep in a long list of missteps that ruin this film. Anyway, after a title sequence that promises a far more epic movie than what we're gonna get, our story starts with Dawn, Brock, and Ash arriving in Machina Town and playing in the stream there. And when our heroes later arrive at the nearby ruins upon the recommendation of some locals, some freak waterspouts appear and nearly suck up Pikachu and Dawn's Piplup, but they're saved by Dialga, who was summoned by a woman named Sheena. And fun fact, Sheena is played by Carrie Karanen, who would later go on to play Satsuki Kiryuin in the Kill la Kill dub. While she definitely isn't given as much to work with here, like Satsuki, Sheena has some large, beautiful eyebrows. Later that day, Sheena tells our heroes that the recent events in Alamos Town and Tenny Village herald Arceus returning to seek vengeance on humanity, since they were betrayed by Sheena's ancestor Damos, after they had both saved humanity from a meteor and transformed Machina Town into fertile land with the Jewel of Life, made from their Splash Meadow Earth Sap and Draco plates. Yeah, forget that compelling creation myth from the games. Let's just have a story about Arceus being petty because some guy stole their stuff. Sheena then tells our heroes that she intends to return the jewel to Arceus, and right on cue, they appear over Machina Town and start wreaking havoc, stopping only when Sheena appears. But when Arceus reveals Sheena's jewel is a fake, Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina show up to defend our heroes, and Dialga tries to keep them safe by sending them to the past. At first they see how Damos betrayed Arceus, right next to some guy named Marcus who's totally not evil, but Dialga then sends them further into the past to a few hours before Damos's betrayal. And after some filler with a spiky-eared Pichu, pick yours up for Heart Gold or Soul Silver today. And the shocking reveal that Marcus is a bad guy who wants to keep the Jewel of Life, he tricks Sheena into betraying Arceus instead. Right afterwards, Ash tries to get the jewel back from Marcus, and Sheena gets rescued by her ancestor in a kinda intimate way. Don't like that! Don't like the Raw Gale vibes I'm getting from that at all. Marcus then loses the jewel because he's not nice to his boring legendary and has no friends. And the day is pretty much saved when Ash gives the jewel back to Arceus after the usual legendary death fake out. Dialga then sends our heroes back to the future, and Arceus stops attacking after remembering Ash and Pikachu, because I guess changing the past has a bit of lag to it. So what does this mean for the present? What greater implications does it have, not only for Machina Town, but also the greater Pokémon world? The movie never answers these questions beyond a little engraving Damos leaves for Dawn, Sheena, Brock, and Ash. And after a limp, out-of-nowhere environmental speech by Arceus, the movie draws to a close. So that was the 12th Pokémon movie, and while it's not as bad as I remember, all I can say is, Arceus, why have you forsaken me? I've only seen the first 13 Pokémon movies, and with the exception of the first and third, I wouldn't consider any of them animated masterpieces, though some of them have their own moments of brilliance. In a way, this is by design, since these movies are probably created to turn a profit and further the greater Pokémon media mix. Like, wow, that Pokémon is cool, well, don't forget to pick it up in this super holographic card form, or, oh, I wish I could go on an adventure like that. Well, you can in this game, but even under these circumstances, great art can still be made. And when there's a setup like this, the ability to not just show off the literal god of the Pokémon world, but pay off 2 movies worth of build-up, and it's blown on something this boilerplate? Villain of the week, bad CGI, obvious advertising, and the waste of 2 talented voice actors? I can't overlook that. So is there anything good in this movie? I guess the opening song Battle Cry Stand Up is enjoyable. I like how the end credits show Dawn's platinum outfit and what the characters from the previous 2 movies are up to. And though it's brief compared to the rest of the movie, seeing Giratina, Dialga, Palkia, and Arceus together is really cool. However, none of these things are enough to save this movie. This is ultimately one of the weakest Pokémon movies I've ever seen, right along with Forever and Zoroark, Master of Illusions, though I think I'm in the minority of the fandom in this regard, so you might disagree, but in my opinion, this lamb should be slaughtered. Plates. Bah. What does Arceus need with plates? Oh shit! Hey everyone, Matt again. Thank you for watching not just this video, but all the Pokemon videos I've been putting out these past few months. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment, share it with whoever you think will enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel. If you really liked this video, please consider supporting me on Ko-fi or Patreon. I also have a Twitter and an Instagram that you can follow for all the latest updates on my videos. All those links are in the description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.